are back for another episode of Cutting Stems. Welcome back, everybody. Woo! It's week 6 of The Bachelor. Gang's all here once again. We're on a good run. 2 weeks in a row.
Good run.
Good job, everybody.
Well done, everyone.
Proud of us.
It is week 6, and the amount of ladies has dwindled fast. Like this episode specifically, once it got to the end, I was like, oh shit. Like they're flying off.
We're at the end of the season already.
Kick them to the curb, you know?
We're
Let's start weed them out.
Like Hometowns is right there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's so close. So we pick up in Montreal.
Oui.
Beautiful.
Do I even need to say it? The second we step foot in Montreal, Jesse Palmer speaking French.
Oh no, I mean yeah.
Oh,
saw that one
immediately.
The whole group date was a Jesse
Bonjour,
Palmer
ladies.
organized group date. It was like
go.
Jesse was like, group date in Montreal. I'll take you guys around.
The guy at the restaurant kept saying, "Oh, this is Jesse's favorite spot." It's like,
it was
all right,
hilarious.
Yes. And you know, I think you might have said
it's his second home.
Montreal.
Yeah, my second home.
And somebody said it too. I think it might have been you, Kelly. Maria also as well. As soon as you
Yep.
touch down, French.
Immediately. Which, and I'll say this:
you have
if
that
I could
skill,
speak French,
exactly.
I would do the exact same.
You have to show
thing.
off a little bit of
Totally.
that
Of
scenario.
course.
As soon as
Jesse
you
Palmer.
step into like a French-speaking country, like you're speaking
You're in.
French.
Jesse Palmer, though, I've done such a flip on Jesse Palmer since he first started hosting. Like, maybe I just needed a while to understand like his vibe and like get used to his vibe. But him coming out and me just knowing he's about to speak French right now and doing exactly that cracked me the fuck up. Like, it was awesome. It was
Kelly,
great.
I had that same realization yesterday when he came out for the final rose, and I was like, man, that was the most powerful final rose Jesse's has done.
He's gaining respect.
He is.
And
Like,
in a way
okay.
I didn't
I
expect he would.
There's been growth.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you know what? I respected that one. Usually I'm like, get this guy off.
Right.
Yeah.
He's gotten much more comfortable in the role.
You know, like, here's the final rose, and then he stepped off.
All right.
And he's like, and we're in Canada. This is my territory.
Totally.
Maybe that's where he
right
got
now.
that confidence, because he was in Canada.
It really could be, and I think, he's just he's a good guy. He's
you know what they say
going on
about
me,
Canadians?
like,
Extremely
he's a good guy.
cocky and confident.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Exactly.
man. So right away we know, like, obviously we had said it last week too. We were like, oh, date in Montreal, like, has Maria written all over it, and that's exactly what happened. There was a group date, but I want to mention the opening scene because Joey was pretty emotional. They got to Montreal, and they started like in a little bit of a dramatic way where he just said, like, you know, I'm kind of in my feels right now a little bit, feeling the pressure, feeling the atmosphere. He said that. I think it was one of the producers asked him, like, do you think you need to be perfect? And he was like, I don't think I need to be perfect. I think people expect me to be perfect. Like, so he clearly is putting a lot of pressure on himself. And that takes a toll on the inside. Like, outwardly, he's doing everything right and doing a great job. But inside, maybe he's really analyzing every move.
He is convinced that nobody's going to want him at the end.
Yeah.
Convinced.
And I actually love how vulnerable he's being, because I feel like a lot of times when we watch the show, the leads, you always go, we're not learning anything about this guy or this girl. Like, a lot of the
It's very
times,
like superficial about the leads. Like the leads, when the lead talks about their feelings, it's always like, oh, I want to find love. I hope I find love. Like, hope this works out. But he kind of went down into another level.
Right. Like, he's really opening up. And yeah, he said at least 5 times on the episode that he thinks that nobody's going to want him in the end.
Right.
Which is
He's worried.
so heartbreaking to hear.
The thing about our boy Joey is that he's a sad boy, okay? And I think, first and foremost, and I think that he has been putting on a show in a good way, positivity. He's thinking about all these women. He's doing his best, and he's crushing it. And we're all eating it up.
Really
But
good.
we have to remember at the end of the day that he has his own insecurities. He has his own moments of sadness, and he doesn't want to fuck it up, just like anybody else doesn't want to fuck it up. And I loved seeing that, because I liked, especially when he went out to the girls, the group date started, and he came out and he said something along the lines of like, yeah, I'm just kind of not, like, I'm not feeling myself today. Like, I hope that we can just like have a fun day. And I mean, I you guys understand too. I have days like that too. You guys have days like that too, where you just come in and you're like, fuck, like, imagine you're in a bad mood, or you're in like a mood, and then you have to go on a date with 10 fucking people and like be your sparkliest self.
Right.
Like, that's
With all
impossible.
those cameras.
And then
it's-
people automatically
everything you do is being analyzed. Like, it sucks. It
It's
totally
tough.
sucks.
And
I
all
think
these
that-
girls are definitely getting more emotional too. You can tell like this
Totally.
is like we said it last week, the jealousy was going to come out, and that's where they all
And it
like
did.
a smaller group of people, everybody's getting closer to him.
And he's dealing with his own, problems, and then taking on the weight of everybody else's as well is probably weighing him down a little bit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Too. And I think that these girls, this time around, like how they responded to that, to him saying those things and being like, hey, I'm kind of, I'm not very sparkly today. Their response to that, I think, was something that he was looking for as well. Like some of the girls did a great job, like my girl Jen, who just was silly and fun and didn't think much of it and was whatever. Meanwhile, what's her face, Jess, like cried in the corner about it the whole time. Being like, I'm just not getting. I just feel like I'm blending in the background. Every girl that said I feel like I'm blending in the background is missing the point of this whole thing.
You're blending in the background for a reason.
Yep.
He didn't see it with you, honey.
He says, sorry,
I know.
Toots.
It was coming for Jess. It's been like 3 weeks now where it's like, this has got to end soon.
Thank God, though. Thank God.
Honestly,
I was so sick of her attitude about the whole thing.
And I just picture Maria with Maria going to bed at night, and she has like a notebook of like the girls' faces, like in the notebook. And she's just like,
it's like
crossing
Ari,
people, crossing off names.
It's Arya Stark's list, man. Gone.
Yeah. So,
100%.
okay, so they do go on a group date. It's like just very touristy, walk around Montreal. Kelsey T and Maria's names were not called. They switched up the order. They did group date first and then 2 one-on-ones after. So obviously the 2 girls not named knew they were getting the one-on-one dates. But the group date, like there hasn't really been a crazy, like drama-filled group date. Joey does a great job of reassuring the ladies, like later on in the night. Kelsey had a line where she was like, we're all kind of like dancing around Joey. It feels kind of culty.
That was
which made me laugh, which was honestly very true.
That part was
really
so
creeped
hilarious.
me out and gave me the feeling of like, oh, this whole thing is really weird. Because you watch the show, you're used to the premise. We watch it, every year. And at that moment, I said, oh my God, the premise of this show is really creepy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's definitely weird.
Especially this time around, I think that we're seeing something different than usual. Like they are really obsessed with him. Like they're fighting for Joey. You know what I mean? Other ones, it's like they'll fight to a certain extent, but then they'll kind of have fun with the girls and like have a good time, whatever. These girls are like fighting tooth and nail for this man. Like they're gonna push somebody out of the way so they can dance closer to him.
Exactly. So all the girls were really saying it was like the hardest group date that they had gone on. And then in the later portion, things started to get more serious. Like you said, she had.
Can we just go back to to the date for a second?
Yeah.
I wrote this down because I actually
the poutine, right? Did we say what they did?
When they were playing hockey,
made poutine.
Yeah.
And 2 of the girls went up to him to kiss him in the middle of playing hockey was the weirdest thing
I totally missed that too.
Guys,
Same.
it was so bizarre.
I remember one girl doing it.
I don't even know who, but one girl went up to him and kissed him on the lips while they were playing hockey, and then 2 seconds later, another girl went up to him and kissed him on the lips.
Like really?
And,
no, I didn't see 2 in a row.
I think it's fine to like do that, like whatever, in your alone time, or if it's like part of like. When it was like, what's your talent? Kissing or whatever.
Totally.
But when they're just playing hockey and they just run up to him, plant one on him, and then another girl went up, I was like, oh my God, this is the kissing booth.
Right.
Like,
We're all just kissing out here. That's not great.
I thought everyone was
an orgy
kissing
quick.
each other.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
One more kiss. And this is a different
We're
show.
one more
okay?
kiss away from it getting like X-rated.
That's what I'm saying. NC-17.
No,
This is ABC, y'all. This is Disney.
I literally couldn't believe what I was watching. I can't believe none of you picked up on that.
I didn't see it.
I saw a kiss, but I didn't see 2. So
No,
I
it
must have
happened
missed
again.
the group, like the happenings of the group dates have
I
been
zone
like
out at
kind
that
of
time.
boring. I really
I zone out. I always
during
have done that.
During the day portion of a group date is when I am least paying attention.
It was
to
so
the
jarring
episode.
to me that I wrote it down because I was like, did
that's
that?
crazy.
I rewinded it. Is that the word?
Rewound?
Yeah.
I rewound it 4 times. I just
That's crazy.
cackled
You don't
over
remember
and
who they
over
are?
again because I was like, wait a second, what the fuck was that?
I'm trying to think who I saw kiss. I saw one kiss during hockey, but I
wanna
did
say
not
It was.
see
I
Jen.
think it was.
I either
think
saw
it was
the first
Rachel
or
and
second.
Jen.
Rachel, Jen.
I think. I'm not 100%
No,
sure.
it's
it would make
You didn't
sense.
see their faces.
It would make sense for
Yeah.
that would make sense.
And he
for
was
the 2
just
of those
like-
girls.
He was blown away by it, and then it was, okay, here comes
Joey.
another one.
They're fighting over him. Like,
oh my God,
like he's a piece of meat.
I so badly need this clip to be brought up to you guys. So you can
We'll
see
see
it.
it.
we'll find it.
We'll find it.
for
We'll see it
sure.
because I must see now.
Yeah.
I have to see it now. It's
he had-
hilarious.
He had good moments with a lot of the ladies, like reassured Kelsey, had a great time with Jen. Jen did very well on that date. Jen got the group date rose.
Jen got the rose. Yeah.
But the serious part of this evening was he just sent Jess home, which was,
See ya.
Thank God.
you know,
Because the other two
fair.
girls, I forget who it was. They were like, "Oh, I'm falling for you," and he was like, sparkly eyed, and like, "I can't believe this is happening. I'm so the process is working." And then Jess said it, and he was like,
He was like,
not
I
for
do
me.
not see it. Sorry, I don't see it with you. So
Because when you're so miserable like that, it's hard to see a future with that.
It's
You know what I mean?
constant, for real. It's constant out of her.
That
Like she
sounded
not
awful.
at all has she been like positive, and you can tell like in her eyes, she's got like that like I want to win look in her eyes.
There's a little crazy there.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Versus the I'm interested in you, and I'm like trying to get to know you, whatever. Like in my head, Jess wanted to win the game.
I just
I
think a
agree.
lot of these girls too, like
the
the type of
attention.
season that this is you're like, when it gets down to this number, you're really, and other girls have mentioned this too, like you're really looking around at all the other girls and you're like, damn, we're all like pretty great. Like this is like,
of course.
this is
It's tough.
this is gonna be tough. So Jess gets sent home, and then he has a conversation with Lexi. And Lexi has been very open about how like her timeline, and she wants to have kids, and you know, the pressures that she may have when it comes to like if there's any challenges with her having kids. And so she just asked Joey like what his timeline would be. And he was like, oh, you know, engaged 2-ish years, 2-3 years, married to, you know, maybe around the same time.
Wants to explore
then
marriage first.
Which is fair. He basically said like, you know, I want to have like a few years as a married couple, like without kids.
For sure.
And Lexi received that for sure. And she was like, okay, sounds good. But I think she, you know, went back and really thought about it and was like, I'm just not on that timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
And
is tough because it is hard to find really anybody to be on that timeline.
Who wants to get
Like,
married and have kids immediately?
Right,
Like,
right.
that's a quick, and also that in itself is the biggest. Like obviously having kids is a bigger commitment than getting married. Like that's you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then especially with a show like this, it's hard to be like because you know people, but you don't really until you get off the show.
Yep.
So how much time do they need after they get off the show? Like
Right.
you know, like even that alone, his like 2-3 years of marriage is like okay, well we're getting engaged on this show, probably married right away. Maybe let's get to know each other for a couple of years, and
Right.
then we have a kid. Like his timeline, I don't think is ridiculous.
No, his
But
was
I
a very
understand her-
realistic Bachelor
Yeah.
timeline. It was
I
like, let's be
understand her
engaged for a
need
couple
to-
years and then be married, you know.
Totally.
Yeah. And I think she kind of was like, man, the more time I spend on the shows, the less time me getting to meet somebody out there.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
honestly,
Like
she's
the more
panicked. She
yeah.
needs
No, I
to-
mean,
she wants to lock it down.
she's put herself on the clock.
For sure.
Yeah, because I even
sure.
thought when she went to his hotel room and said goodbye, Joey still felt like open to it.
Yeah.
Totally.
It
He was
didn't
like, I just
feel-
needed a minute to process. Like we just talked about this
Yeah.
a couple
Right,
days
right.
ago. Like,
I think Joey was hoping that like, because she didn't, at least what we didn't see when they were having that conversation, like she was kind of like, okay, you know, like it wasn't like she said, oh, can we discuss that? I think I would be on a totally different timeline. Like this is what I think. Like kind of, she just kind of went to him when she was leaving and was like, your timeline doesn't align with mine, so now I'm leaving. And he was
Right.
like, okay, well, like I could change my mind.
Right.
Like
Right.
it felt like
Yeah.
he was kind of like, that wasn't
I think
set in stone.
Right.
Like,
I think he even
things
said
could
like
change.
I thought
Right.
you'd be around here for like another week. We could talk more about it.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah,
he,
which I
totally.
think is totally.
He seemed to want to have a
yeah.
better, like not a better, but more of a conversation about it.
conversation,
And she heard like whatever, like let's guesstimate 5 years, and was like, nope.
Can't do it.
Yeah, she was just out of there.
Yeah.
He
I
was
surprised.
more upset about it than I thought he was going to be. Like,
Yeah.
like him being like, I like saw him like her as a
Well,
wife, and like I saw my life. with her.
That
I
is
was
the
like,
beginning of
sad.
what his biggest fear
Right,
is.
right,
where
right,
it's
right.
girls leaving.
Yeah.
For whatever
Yeah.
reason that it is, it's like
Yep.
at the end, am I going to have the choice here, or are these girls all just going to leave?
Right.
Yeah.
I do think he did really like her. She is
Stressed
stunning.
out for
so.
Joey. Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And she was really, really nice, level head on her
Yeah,
shoulders,
funny,
cool person,
sweet.
funny. Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of cool girls in this group.
There are.
There are.
There are. I
There
like a lot of them.
definitely are.
Pretty much everybody that I like is still there. Like everybody else is pretty much weeded out at this point.
That, you know, could judge a character that Joey's kept all the good ones.
He really has.
Yeah.
He's done a good job.
Yeah.
Pleasantly surprised.
So then we also had 2 one-on-one dates, Kelsey T and Maria. Kelsey T's one-on-one date was Cirque du Soleil, which
Awesome.
if you get a little dizzy,
Nope.
not something for you. Which Joey was like, I don't feel so good.
He was sick. He needed Dramamine. That would have been me too. No
Yeah.
fucking way. Spinning around like that for too long? No way.
No.
It's
It
like
did seem kind of fun though. Like, you always wonder what it's
I
like
love
to
bouncing
be.
around like that.
Yeah, you always
Yeah?
wonder
I
what
like
it's
to
like to
bounce
be
around.
a
I love
Cirque du
bouncing
Soleil
around.
person.
The spinning is tough for me.
Spinning,
Everything
yeah.
else I could do.
Yep.
Everything else,
Yep.
but just the spinning, I think I'd puke. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd throw up.
So they had a lovely date, good dinner.
I just throw up.
I get real
just
dizzy.
vomit, just vomit everywhere. Yep.
Yep.
And that we talked about this already with them. Like they have a chemistry, these two, for sure.
Yeah.
And she opened up to him, heartbreaking story. Basically said that she had to leave the house. She wanted to go to college. That was not in the plan with her father. She kind of lost her relationship with her father. They were close when she was younger, but due to religion and her family's beliefs, her father's beliefs, they just cut out communication when she made decisions for her own life. And to see her like get emotional and be like, how do you just let somebody go? Like, how do you say you love somebody and then you just basically kick them to the curb?
It's crazy.
As a father, that was
Awful story.
really sad.
It was really sad, but really interesting conversation.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of interesting topics are being brought up on this season.
Totally agree.
From multiple of the women. Like that, I was like, I don't know if we've heard somebody
Right.
talk about this sort
all
of
the
situation.
women
I don't
are
think so.
all the
Yeah.
women are
Religion rips
complex
families apart sometimes.
in a good way. Like I've used complex as
Yes.
as a compliment.
Yes.
You know?
A lot
Yeah.
of depth.
Yes,
a lot of
depth.
depth.
Yeah,
It was
with these
really
conversations.
interesting. And she did
Yeah.
bring up a good point. Like, how do you just toss your daughter to the side, like
Yeah.
over
Stunning.
something like religion?
It's crazy.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go to the movies sometimes now. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Like it's starting to get a little bit better.
Yeah.
She did say she went to go
wonder
live
what
with
kind
her
of
mom
movies.
after, right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like whatever her parents' relationship was also didn't
line
last.
up.
So
Yep.
I mean, better off, I think, when you,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I want to go to college, I want an education. What's, if you can't see past that, it's tough.
Yep, definitely. But they certainly have a connection, those two.
Definitely.
And so do Joey and Maria. They had the last date. And honestly,
Do they?
couldn't be more fitting. There's always one person to get like the pretty woman shopping date.
No. Fran.
And
when this
and
started
I,
happening,
when
I
they
was
got
like,
into
no
that
way.
white car, I was like, Maria's getting the fucking
Yeah.
treatment,
Oh.
man.
and they get that you have the two one-on-ones, and one
Yep.
always ends up with a way better date than the
Yep.
other one.
Right.
Yep.
Do you want to spin around and make the Bachelor almost throw up, or do
Right.
you just want him to sit there and have him watch you try on dresses?
Or do you want to wear a
Exactly.
beautiful gown and then
Beautiful
get
gown,
lifted into a helicopter?
Get on take a fucking helicopter
Tough.
ride.
The shopping trip, when I saw that, I was like, I hope that this is one of those like sprees where they let you pick
yeah.
out everything,
And then they show up.
show back up at the house with all their stuff.
Oh.
Like I was like,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
this is what they're setting
She
it up
actually
for.
picked my
Like,
least favorite dress, though.
I thought
I
it was
will
fun because
say.
it was
Yeah.
sparkly.
Yeah,
I
like,
liked
it was-
the black one.
Yeah, the black one.
Yeah.
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 Just wanted to note.
That's
it just
fair.
didn't fit quite well. It was a little too big on her, I thought.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
gold.
yeah.
Well,
But it was beautiful.
yeah, they have a funny banter, which I think he likes.
Because
I
she has
agree.
a personality.
Yeah, she does
I think
have a
it's the
personality.
most
Fun.
personality we've seen on the show,
Yeah.
where it's like not just like, oh, they're nice or
Right.
they're
Yeah,
cute
yeah.
or oh, they laugh a lot. Like
She's
she
spunky.
actually like makes jokes.
Yep.
It's also with
I
the
did
person-
like she making him say "I love you" in French
That was good.
over and
That was
over. That was funny.
hilarious.
I also
merci.
think she's got the personality of someone that maybe like she's clearly ruffled feathers.
Yeah.
But I do think she's going to make it really far.
Yeah.
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 Like most people, if you have a personality like that on the show, you kind of burn out and it's like,
Yeah.
all right, it's too much. I think she's going really far.
Yeah.
She's playing it well.
Definitely. You know what's crazy is I do think that like they must have relaxed the social media rules or something, because all of these contestants are like on TikTok making videos talking
many.
about the
Presently?
episodes.
Like,
they,
during- like,
yeah,
while they're
Maria
still
just
on?
made one about like
Really?
she made one like a really long video of her talking about the doubleheader episode last week, of her being like, oh,
Wow.
I could have maybe handled things better, but but it's just kind of crazy. We've never really seen that.
No, for sure.
Where
And
they're, like,
or at least
mid-
until they're voted off.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
so I mean, they're like on
Voted off.
voted off.
You know what I mean?
They're on. They're on.
You might.
Same shit,
Yeah.
same
It might just be like an
They're
adapter.
on. I know they're on TikTok, like really.
Maybe
talking
it's
about the
their-
season.
Maybe the people, the contestants that have been on the show are like, hey, we need to get ahead of like the shit that goes down, and we want to be able to have a voice immediately.
Right,
because
we
want to
be able to talk about the episode when it happens.
Right, and then if something bad happened or good happened, and we don't have the chance to like clarify it at all, then like that's all people are going to remember us for, you know?
Right.
And it just creates conversation. Like that's what
definitely.
the show needs.
I mean, and I've watched Maria's videos, and she's always come across like very self-aware and
interesting.
Like,
okay. I try to avoid these people because I'm
well,
so scared.
You're right. You don't want to see spoilers. I know.
Scared.
I feel that way too. I never click on the comments. I always just watch the video. But like Sydney's somebody that's been posting a ton on social media, and it's like come
Too
back
much.
to bite her in the ass.
Oh, of course. Well,
like,
I saw one of her videos and she looked
well
crazy
because she makes like video
crazy.
Like, well, first of all, she did like a get ready with me to talk about gaslighting, which did not go over well.
And then
she thought she did something
and
about that one.
Yeah, and then I think she deleted that
video.
one. And then there's been some other ones that she's made where it's just like it's just not working in her favor.
You are living in a completely different world than I'm living in if you're making a video called "Get Ready with Me to Talk About Gaslighting."
No, it's
bizarre.
In a situation where you were not gaslit at all.
I say that didn't happen. It didn't happen to you.
Yeah.
And you're also not really defining it correctly.
Exactly. So I'm just like, no. Like I'm just no.
It's crazy.
Just no.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
So this date with Maria and Joey went well. You know what's been cracking me up more, and I feel like they've been doing it more recently than in years past when they have like a random musical guest come in and they just kind of like maybe the Bachelor, the Bachelorette acknowledges who the person is, but like this time around it's been like the contestants. Like Daisy was like, "Oh my God, is this the?" What the fuck was that guy's name? The Bahamas? Like what was it? Was like I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then on this one, Maria was like, Maria was like, "Oh my God, is this Feist?" I was like,
"That's hilarious."
No, you do not know.
You didn't know.
You did not know.
Right.
Nope.
I did.
You did not
They're trying to trick us.
Yes.
In the vein of them spending some money on music, they were playing. I forget who it was around. It might have been on Kelsey's date or maybe Maria. I don't know. They were playing like classical music that was like Claire de Lune, like a really famous classical music. It came on and I was like, oh, this is a beautiful, like I know from like The Notebook, you know what I mean? Like that's one of those classic songs, which in my head I'm like, how are you able to play? Like they must have started like spending more money on their music budget.
Yeah, I think
that's
definitely
a famous ass song. Like it's not like
100%. I mean, hello,
Right,
Billie
that's the
Eilish
Billie
to start the
Eilish
season.
started off, which was
Michael
massive.
Bolton on this season?
Yes.
Yes.
Jeez, they really did. They
Yeah.
Michael Bolton, I think they've pulled out Michael Bolton a few times.
He might have, because
if I can imagine through the years, I'm pretty sure Michael Bolton.
Doesn't Robert Mills love Michael Bolton?
Yeah, I think Michael Bolton has performed.
I think they're friends.
Maybe 3+ times throughout the years on this show.
I think it was Claire de Lune. It was one of the,
and it's always like the same
famous love songs.
The same song.
Yeah.
Okay, so that date obviously goes so well. They're in a good place. Lexi sends herself home, which we talked about. And then, normal cocktail party, rose ceremony. Rose ceremony, all of a sudden, I was like, he's like, this is the final rose. I was like, holy shit, it's 3 girls. It's like,
I couldn't
there's like
believe
3
it.
roses on the table.
We're down to 6.
I know.
We're from 10 to 6.
It's crazy.
I know. With Jess and Lexi gone, like they sent home 2 more girls.
Leia,
and obviously
bye.
Jen, Kelsey, and Maria all had roses already. So Daisy, Kelsey A, and Rachel all got roses. Do you think that this is the farthest season in a while that we've had where contestants with the same name made it this far?
Oh.
Ooh, probably, Fran. Because
to have a top 6 with 2 Kelseys.
2 Kelseys is crazy.
I feel like we have not had that in a while. Like there obviously are multiple names, but like.
Was there a season where 2 Hannahs went really far? Probably.
Oh yeah,
so true.
Yeah, Hannah B and Hannah G.
Yeah. I forgot all
but
about
Hannah
that.
B still didn't go that far. Like Hannah B did really well. Maybe she did make top 6.
She did, I think.
But she was
because she got she became the Bachelorette.
Yeah.
She would have had to be up top for sure.
But she didn't get. I don't know if she got a hometown on Colton season.
Yeah, I'm not really remembering her.
So it's got. I mean, it's got to be Hannah. It's got to be them.
Must be.
But it doesn't happen that often.
But it doesn't
It's
happen
an
that
interesting
often.
observation.
Because I was just thinking, like, you got a lot of.
Who do we think?
And
Two
both
Kelseys.
Kelsey
he
A
likes
and
both
Kelsey T are
Kelseys.
super cool.
Yeah, and
Super
he likes
cool.
them both
like
a lot.
Kelsey, both Kelseys could be in the top 4.
Yeah, they're both really
Imagine
cool.
the final 2 Kelseys.
2 Kelseys.
Yeah.
Oh my
That'd
God,
be
the Battle of the
crazy.
Kelseys.
Battle of the
That'd
Kelseys.
be pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
Leia and Caitlin went home. Caitlin seemed like a very sweet girl. She just didn't really get any time. She didn't really get any airtime, so I feel like we
Caitlin,
didn't
I think,
really get
kind
to
of
meet
snuck
her.
in there until. Like,
Yeah, she did. She hung in there for a while.
Even when he was
I gotta be
talking to
honest,
her.
I was like, who is this?
No, and I think she like really. I think she also just like
She was
had
so
such a
nervous.
cute like crush on Joey too. I was cracking up because this was weeks ago, but I saw her comment on somebody's TikTok about, and it wasn't a contestant. It was just like somebody being like, guys, are we watching this season of The Bachelor? Like, he's so cute. Like, this is such a cute season, whatever. And she commented like, he's so cute. Like,
yeah. Even when he pulled her to like talk on the couch or whatever, she was like overwhelmingly nervous. Like she was
So
crying
nervous.
right away. Like whatever.
She
So
kind
I
of
think
like acted like she
knew what was up.
liked Joey, but like didn't even know Joey. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I just want everyone to
yeah.
know, in the span of 3 minutes, my mom, my dad, and my sister have all called me.
Baby.
Thought that. Texted my dad, what's going on? Nothing, just checking in.
Oh, for Christ's sake! Not on baby week.
They just cannot.
Baby
they
week.
cannot pull that on baby week. They cannot be doing shit like that.
I was about to freak
My
out.
father, my mother, and
your
my
sister?
sister all calling me at the same time.
In the middle of the day too.
Yeah.
It's like
You
you
got-
know I'm at work.
You're about to have a child.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Come on. Are they?
No,
you think
no,
they're
no.
fucking with you?
I-
They're
And I
scaring you,
texted
like,
my
let's
mom.
all call
being-
Maria. It's
no,
gonna be
I
hilarious.
You thought
texted
you were
my
gonna have
mom
to run
saying-
out of here.
No, they definitely didn't communicate with each other because I texted my mom, I'm at work, and then my dad called, and then I texted my dad, I'm at work. What's going on? And then my sister called. So there's no communication. They're probably in all different spots of the house.
100% they
Just
are.
checking
100%
in,
they
you
are.
know?
They just want to chat.
Checking in on a Monday.
Seeing
He
what's
said
up.
nothing, just checking in.
It's baby week.
Hey, how are you?
I can't believe that.
Like what? That's why I was on my phone. Like what
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah.
Oh
no,
my God,
they
that's
can't
funny.
all three call you back to back on baby week. That's not
Yeah.
fair.
Nope.
Oh man. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's so fair. They can't be doing that.
No, they can't be doing that.
Next
I would
week,
have screamed.
they're going to another part of Canada that I've never heard of. Jasper,
Jasper?
looks stunning.
Jasper.
looks like
no, I don't
Banff.
know.
It does look like Banff. Maybe
Do you know
it's
where it
close.
is? Like
No clue.
where on the map? I know
Absolutely
nothing.
no idea, but they
the
said
girls
Jasper.
didn't really react. The girls were like,
I mean,
okay.
why would they?
Yeah, why would,
Maria
When
was-
they see it, they're probably gonna be
I
like,
know
Oh.
where Montreal is, but that's
it looks
Jasper,
absolutely stunning. It's in Alberta.
Canada. Here we go.
What part of
Alberta.
Canada?
Oh, everybody freaks the fuck out over
Jasper
Alberta.
National Park.
Jasper.
I know
It's,
nothing about Canada.
Yeah, I'm looking up the same thing.
Yeah.
It's near
I mean,
Toronto, right?
Yeah, no, it's west. We're almost
Oh yeah, look at that. Near Vancouver more.
Yeah, we're almost into like British Columbia. It's right on the border.
Ooh, fun. I've been
Like
interested
it's
in Canada.
It is
lately.
close. It's not too far from Banff. Look, north.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because I've seen Banff a lot lately.
Yeah, people love going to Banff.
People love going to Banff.
Look it up. It's insane.
It looks exactly like
How's it
Jasper, like
spelled?
the mountains and the lakes, that like BN
sure.
yeah
Banff.
BANFF with
I've been
like
interested in
that's
Canada
a big
lately.
national park, I believe.
Yeah, because I really want to go
There's
to
been a lot of
Victoria.
influencer trips there recently. Specifically,
Is-
there was
have
one
there
that they
been?
did with there was one that Kit went on it. It was a 437 trip.
Oh, fun.
And it was fucking stunning.
My bestie
Like,
went to Victoria last year,
Yeah.
and she's doing another, like, her mother-in-law's Canadian, so they, did whatever, and they're going again this year, and it's made me be like, oh, I would like to go. Because the pictures
Yeah.
that she sent me last year were so beautiful.
Yeah, they look
I mean,
so cool.
Jasper.
I'm not like a winter sports girl, so right now would be stupid, but I look forward to
in
a
the
nice
summer, I
time.
could
Summertime,
potentially.
yeah.
Except there was a bear
my God,
incident
Jasper
in
looks
Banff
stunning.
this past summer.
Oh my God, you're so up to date on Banff. Like, have you been looking it up? You know everything about this
Bear
place
sightings at
that I've
Banff?
never even heard of.
She did send me that. I
Like,
remember when
are
this
you-
happened. I already knew too because she told me.
Are
about
you
it.
just like
The videos
keeping
of
up with the
this place
happenings?
are fucking magical. I'm not
Okay.
kidding. Like,
have to-
it's on one.
I have
It's
to-
actually really far
You know
from
what?
here, though.
I'm
and
not,
is
so-
really
even
far.
gonna, I'm not even gonna look it up. All I did was look in my map, my Apple
It's gonna
Maps,
pop
Jasper.
up on your TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Wait
not gonna
until
look it up,
Banff-
and I'll
I
wait
mean,
till
just
Banff
look at
comes
like
up.
that's Google
that's
images of
outrageous.
Jasper. It's like insane.
That's
I do think if you
outrageous.
start heading up north, bears are going to be a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
It like ate. It ate somebody.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
somebody
I mean-
died.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Banff. Yeah, it was the whole thing.
Jeez.
So I was like,
Fuck.
"Ooh," but it's like
Bears,
really,
though.
it's really far. And then somebody recommended
I'm
to
not really
me
a hiker,
as a honeymoon place, and it just
Ooh.
not something I would go for my honeymoon. Like
Yeah.
Banff
Just depends on
doesn't
what
scream
kind of
sexy
you know.
to me.
Yeah,
It just really depends on the
you could
kind
be
of
in, like,
person
a
you are,
cabin
though,
with
you
a
know?
hot tub
No, that's
overlooking
just
that
yeah.
scene.
Absolutely
that could be beautiful.
not my vibe.
But
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
honeymoon,
You're a
I
beach
want
girl.
to
That's not
see
your
it one
vibe.
day,
You're a
but
beach
it's
girl.
not
Yeah.
my vibe. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I need
beach girl.
beach. Like I said, find me on the streets of Barcelona.
Absolutely.
And I will be calling it.
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
More Banff talk than I
proper
was
name.
prepared for.
Sorry,
yeah, so
I
I
would
believe
really
they're headed
been
to-
interested
And they're
in
not even
Banff
going
for
there.
a
They're going to
while.
Jasper. But
That's they're not even,
but it's
okay.
close enough, and
Regardless, I'm excited.
It's close enough, and it seems like
I threw
similar.
that out there. Like, yeah, that looks like Banff.
like you've been.
Do we have any predictions on?
By the way, there was a bear attack in Banff last week. Like, what the fuck?
Incredible.
6 girls
This
left.
girl's been doing her research.
Oh, 6 girls left.
Do we have any thoughts on who gets sent home next?
Wait, who are?
Oh,
What
yeah.
is it again?
Yeah. I do.
Okay, so we got Daisy,
too.
Rachel, Jen, Kelsey, Maria.
I think Jen's getting sent home.
I think Rachel and Jen are going home.
I think it's going to be Jen and maybe one of the Kelseys.
No, I think it's going to be one of the I think it's going to be Kelsey A. I think it's going to be Kelsey A.
It might be Kelsey
and
A.
then Jen. Unfortunately,
I
although
feel
I
like
love Jen.
he really likes Rachel.
He really likes Rachel. That's why.
he
The
does.
coming attractions of which, by the way, why do I?
Yeah, you keep saying coming attractions. Like,
that is
like
hilarious.
it's like a
dad says that.
1997
Right.
movie premiere.
Where's the cinema?
Coming, yeah.
I've used coming attractions 6 times today. I
She's
used
like, you catch those coming attractions?
I just can't stop saying
It
coming
is kind of.
attractions.
I mean, it fits sorta.
It does.
I mean, it is what it is.
that is
They
what it
are
is.
the coming attractions.
The trailer for next
Previews.
week. The trailer for next week.
Previews.
The preview.
The preview
Coming
for next
attraction.
week.
You are right. Like, you keep using coming attractions.
Coming attractions works.
It plays.
Yeah.
I am.
It gives it a little more of a
surprises.
It gives it a little more
Bands and
serious
coming
feel.
attractions.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the coming attractions. What was I even fucking gonna say? I don't even know. I got so distracted by
I don't know.
You know what I got distracted by? Both of your engagement rings shining to the
Oh
moon
my
right
God.
now.
Oh,
Thank
The whole
you.
time you guys, I've just been like,
Wow.
like drooling about both
I
of
actually
them.
cleaned mine this morning.
They both are like sparkling in
Mine
my
actually
eyeballs.
does.
Mine needs-
The whole day.
Congratulations. Incredible.
Speaking of marriage,
Oh
my
God,
God,
speaking of
ladies, my God.
Mood.
Oh, bam.
Trips.
I had to say it. The whole show, I've been like distracted by both of your
Wow,
rings.
what a compliment.
They're beautiful.
Coming attraction. I don't know.
This
This happened to me yesterday.
You
I
were
was
like, yeah, there's
thinking-
going to be stuff happening
No.
next week.
I was
Oh, based on the people?
I
Or
was
think about the people?
mid-sentence yesterday, okay?
Yeah.
Mid-sentence. I just paused.
Just
And I said,
it's gone.
I don't know what I was going to say. And
happens to me all the
Marty
time.
was like, what do you mean you were mid-sentence? It wasn't like there was
Sometimes you just run
nothing
out of
that came
juice.
And then I was like, it wasn't like I was like, man, I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. Like, I was in the middle of the sentence and said,
Do you
I
ever
don't even know what I was saying.
Sometimes you can just like talk.
Yeah.
And really just have like all of a sudden you're like, what am I
saying?
even saying?
I started
Like,
off by saying, it's so crazy that, and then I paused. And then he was like, it's so crazy what? And I said,
and you go, I have no idea why
Do you
you
ever
just said
get
that.
I
like?
have
Do you
no
ever get
idea.
like you'll be talking? I'll be in the middle of saying something, and then I'll be like, you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not interested in what I was just saying.
And
Like,
honestly, now I'm
it
sorry
needs
to
to end.
derail us this much, but like for 24 hours, I've been like, what was so crazy?
What's crazy?
Because he was like,
You'll never know.
you'll never
at
know.
the end, what was so crazy?
Edge of his
Maria?
seat. You left him on the edge of his seat.
No.
Damn.
Keep him guessing. Keep
Yeah,
that guy guessing.
You gotta always.
Yeah,
keep
you're
him guessing.
you're
Yeah.
keeping him on
Yeah.
the edge.
Whatever
of
it
his
is,
toes.
remember it when you're like 100.
On
You're
his
like, remember
toes.
that thing that was so crazy? I remember
Well,
it.
and,
Be like,
and then it just
nice.
pisses me
Yeah.
off because there's something about like forgetting something when you don't say it out loud. And you're like, man, I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. And it's like that can go away.
Yeah.
But when you are mid sentence and it just leaves your brain, you're like, there's something wrong.
Yeah, something's gone. So
anyways,
escaped. Someone stole it from your thoughts.
Coming attractions. I don't know. It looks like Jen's going home.
Must have been a lie.
I'm officially pulling for Maria to win this thing, and I
Yeah.
don't know
I
if
am
it's
too.
going to happen. Feels still unlikely.
I don't know. See, this is where the contestants being on social media throws me off because I'm like, if Maria wins, would she be making like 5-minute long TikTok videos?
So
like
true.
about because some
But
of the
also
other
maybe
some
she
of the
would
other
be.
girls are silent on
Yeah,
social media.
yeah.
So
I don't know. I think they're
Interesting.
playing games. And
Yeah,
do you
that's
guys
fair,
think that Maria
fair.
could be the Bachelorette?
yes.
Ooh,
I
Yes,
think she'd be fun
absolutely.
and different as a Bachelorette.
I would
think
love
she-
that.
I think she would too. I would
I think she
love
could.
that too. Actually, would
also,
love.
Daisy might just win this thing.
Yeah.
Daisy
Just kind of hanging around,
She's kind of been
around.
hanging in the background.
She has
has
because she
been.
got it.
Being
She,
so
it's 'cause she
charming
got
and
a
cute.
one-on-one date so early on, but it looks like she may be getting another one.
It looks like
Yeah.
she
And
is,
well, I
yeah,
thought
which
maybe
is a big
yeah,
deal.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
final of Daisy Maria would fire me up.
Me too.
Yeah.
That could be very
And I wouldn't know who
interesting.
to root for because I like
Same.
them
Right.
both in totally different ways.
Right, but
I
that
know.
would-
Well,
that would
because
be
they're
great. though.
That would
they're.
be
You know what
I mean,
Like,
they
hey.
are opposites.
They're
I
so
feel
opposite.
Like. So
Yeah,
it'd
yeah,
be,
yeah.
yeah.
Kelsey A is great.
Kelsey A is great.
Kelsey A is really
I,
cool.
I
Yeah.
really, I think Kelsey.
Both
Kelsey
Kelseys
T is
are really
great,
cool.
yeah.
I know.
No, he's got a good group.
Great group, Joey.
Kelsey. I know.
Nicely
Seriously.
done.
Kelsey A. I wonder if she's back in New Orleans.
Woo! Like that's
Right?
how I felt about this.
If she's back in New
Sorry.
Orleans, we should invite her to our show.
I was thinking that.
Oh, absolutely.
Just to be like, hey, want to come hang out?
yeah,
with us?
come through.
Be fun.
yeah.
I've been
okay.
wanting to start like a Joey chant, you know?
Yeah.
Just in general.
Just
Joey, Joey, Joey.
Joey, 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 Joey. Like,
he deserves it.
No, he does
deserve it.
Man, what a great group of girls you got.
Yeah.
Buddy.
No, good.
Buddy, pal.
Cassie did a good job. They got him a good.
He's crushing it.
You know?
Look
doing
at
great.
you, kid.
Look at you. You should be proud of yourself, you know? That's how
All these ladies loving you so much.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Yeah. Good for you,
Come
Joe.
on.
Proud. We did it, Joe.
Sorry,
Love it.
I'm
All the
just in a good
Joes.
mood,
All
you
right,
know?
Guys,
let's
have our Coors.
favorite part of the day.
Shout out Coors Light, everybody. You get it delivered straight to your door
Oh.
with Instacart.
I got it on my jeans. Now I'm a frat
We
boy for the
love
rest of the
Coors
day.
Lights.
Sorry, I'm being real careful.
Cheers.
You all right?
After I saw Kelly's,
Yeah, no. Let's be careful. I was too excited about
Okay,
my
cheers,
Coors Light.
everybody.
Cheers.
Cheerio.
It's cutting stems time, so we're gonna
Mm.
cut some stems and give out some roses.
Anybody know? Anybody got theirs?
I wrote mine down last
Maria,
night.
go ahead.
Ooh,
Um,
you always knock that thing off the mic.
This thing?
Yeah.
did it
I know.
way early.
Always.
He did it before. we
Because
started
I
the show.
fidget with it.
Yeah.
I'm just, I fidget.
yeah.
He's
your
a nervous
problem?
Nell.
I'm a nervous now.
That's all right.
I'm gonna stem cut the dance circle around Joey.
Oh,
Cool.
good one.
Really didn't like that.
The cultish
Felt
dance
like a
circle.
ring around
Yeah.
the rosy, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Then
were
I think you-
summoning
Midsummer,
something.
midsummer
I feel like that's
Yes.
just one of those things where like it starts happening and you're just like, oh no, what are we doing? But it started, so we can't stop. Like now we're stuck and we're just dancing around
it's
him.
weird.
Yeah, it's one of those moments. And then I was gonna give.
Such anticipation.
My God, I know.
Well, no, it's not exciting. I am kind of stumbling on my rose here. I realized I only wrote down my stem cut.
Oh, you're biding your time.
Okay.
Just like how the words stopped coming out, you
Yeah.
stopped writing it down.
Yep.
You just went.
I only wrote my stem cut.
Yeah.
And I wrote about the girls kissing, but I didn't want to give that my rose. I'm gonna give my rose to Maria and Joey's banter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Cute. Good
really love their banter. There's nothing better than some good, easygoing banter.
Yep.
And those two crazy kids, they have it.
Yeah.
And I think Joey, in the beginning of the episode, he went on to say that, you know, sometimes he's not this upbeat, positive guy that, you know, everybody
Yeah.
wants him to be. But I think with Maria, he has that little jokey side to him.
Right,
So
right.
cheers to that.
Cheers to
Hey,
cheers to their banter.
cheers to Ria's rose of their banter.
I was about to make a bad joke. Cheers to their banter.
Oh, boy. What a day.
I looked at Kelly when I said that because I thought she'd really like it.
What a day.
Oh man, rarely do you make a pun. Rarely.
Oh no, you got me
that was
good
good.
on that one. Oh my God, you love Banff. You love it.
Right.
It's your favorite place
That's like
in
my
the
biggest
world.
takeaway from this whole show.
Banff is
favorite
like
place.
becoming Ria's new London, where like she talked about London so much and was so obsessed and then went and like
She's
obviously
never
loved
even
it.
been.
I fucking
Well,
lo-
but
I-
like now it's like Banff is like the new
next
place that
one.
she's never been to,
Yeah.
but can't stop talking
Right,
about.
I cried leaving London. I've never cried leaving
Yeah.
vacation. I
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
bawled my eyes out leaving London.
Well, listen, don't bring up London. I'm still feeling sensitive about our canceled trip.
We have
So,
not talked about
We
that.
cannot open that can of
I'm
worms right now.
really
Trent, cut
sensitive
some stems,
about
give
it
out some
still.
roses.
Like I might still go alone. Like
Trent,
I'm going to. I know.
Trent was involved in the trip,
I know.
by the way. It wasn't
Trent was
just
involved
a
in the
me
trip.
and Kelly trip that I canceled. That's not what
no,
happened,
it was
guys.
a big
Trent, for
trip.
the love of God, give out a
I'm
rose.
going to cut the
It was a
stem of Jess.
Okay.
Just because it's the last opportunity to, and
Yeah.
it's just.
Good one.
Twist it a little more.
I didn't.
you know?
Not to be mean, but I was like,
Trent was the first one to cancel.
from first.
Trent canceled his flight before we even talked about it.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So that's gonna be my stem cut, and then my rose. Shit. I hadn't thought about it, but I'm thinking about it now.
You're on the clock.
I know. I'm gonna give it to Jesse Palmer. You guys made some good points about him.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
He's-
Damn it.
I
he's
was
on the-
thinking
I
about
I
that
would
one.
like to.
I was
I would have liked to have done
No,
that.
I was thinking about that one. That was in my head.
I-
Given
I don't
your
buy
rose
it.
to Jesse too many times.
I actually have already given it to him once this season. and that's
No,
probably like
that's
enough.
one too many.
Yeah,
I think we each
But
get
everyone
one.
everyone can give him
True.
one
True.
rose
Right,
once.
right, yeah.
I used mine already.
This was really.
Yeah, you're used up.
This location
I
was
used
his
mine
Super
for the
Bowl.
KFC
It
jokes.
was.
It was his Super Bowl, and he rose to the occasion,
Yeah,
and I appreciate
definitely.
that from Jesse. So
Okay,
he gets
Kelly?
my rose.
Okay. I'm gonna give my rose to Oh, this is a funny part that I liked a lot and I really cracked up at. I'm going to give my rose to Maria being afraid of the idea of them jumping out of a helicopter because the girls told her they were going to jump out of a helicopter.
That's very funny.
So much so that when they pulled up, she was like, "Are we going to like?" And he was like, "Oh, are you afraid of helicopters?" She was like, "No, but are we going to jump out of this helicopter?"
She's like,
Yeah.
they're like
freaking
in
the fuck out.
evening wear. She's like, are we
It was
jumping out of this
adorable.
helicopter?
That's
it
a
was
super strong point. Too.
It was really cute and like funny and whatever. I'm going to cut the stem, and I don't know if you guys were paying attention during this, but I'm going to cut the stem of the poutine guy because he did not help them at all, and he did a terrible job explaining what poutine is.
I hate the word
he was
poutine.
He was like, "Hey, welcome to Poutine, the store. Like Jesse loves this place. Make your own. Here it is." And we were like, "Hey, yes, I have been to Montreal, so I know what poutine is, but." Other people don't know
You've
that.
been to Montreal?
Yeah.
He explained it like a guy who doesn't know what
it's a fun
poutine
place.
is. He like
No, right.
Like they pulled him off the street and were like, "We need a guy right
He was
now."
like, "Hey,
cool for
poutine,
you.
make it." He's like, "It's fries, it's brown sauce, it's cheese." I was like, "Explain everything about it because it's like Canada's big thing,
Right.
and,
It is their
and it's
thing.
delicious, and everyone loves it." But why are you not giving poutine the shine that it deserves? But I
you like
completely
poutine?
agree. I don't like the name.
I don't know if
But it is delicious.
I don't think I've had it enough, or like I don't even know if I've ever had
Well,
it.
do you
But
like disco fries?
yeah,
So no.
It's very
And
it's like
very
the same
similar,
vibe. Yeah.
Like I just prefer my fries, how they come.
Yeah.
And
It's a different vibe.
sometimes I like really cheesy fries.
Mhm.
Like fucking cheese all over some fries.
Yeah.
I prefer to do the
Okay, girl, get it.
Keep that fucking chili or brown sauce away from them.
I prefer to do the dipping. I will say.
Yeah.
Like
I do the dipping.
because you control.
listen,
Hey,
I like to have the control. Like people who
his mouth. The way his
people
mouth
who
goes.
You're literally your
Your mouth,
alter
you go like-
ego's Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
I'll take that all day.
It's
In
amazing.
Entourage, we do the fucking.
yeah.
I just like people who will put ketchup all over their fries. It's like
No, I
this
hate
is
that too.
chaos.
No,
I
no,
hate
no.
that too.
Oh, that's
I need a
wild.
controlled vessel
Yes,
so that I
yes.
can
Oh.
decide how much I want on each bite.
That's not talked about enough in adult life. That like the people who spray.
No, that's fucking
No.
insanity.
Who
It's
take the
disgusting,
ketchup
by
and
the way.
just drop it all over the fries?
No.
No.
Psychotic.
Nope.
So,
I do eat poutine with the fork though, which I think people don't like.
Oh.
But I'm
Okay.
if I can eat something messy with
feel
a
like
fork,
they
I'm gonna
serve
do
it
it.
with a
I'm
fork.
gonna do it.
envisioning poutine.
Also, poutine cheese is better than.
I envisioned a fork next to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oh,
then
yeah.
I'm in on that.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not the poutine master. I
True.
just envisioned.
I've
a fork.
only had it
Neither
one
was the
time
guy
and
in
it was
this
a long
episode.
time ago and I kind of forget what it was like.
It was still. It's delicious.
I was at
Have you not
Mon-
been to Canada? Is that what I'm
Montreal.
discovering?
I was at
I didn't realize
Fancy.
you'd never
Have
been.
Wow.
you been?
Yeah, you were so
No.
surprised. I was like, yeah, I've been
I know.
there.
Yeah, you
Montreal,
didn't hear my
Quebec City.
response. I went,
beautiful
oh.
place.
Not Banff though.
It's close. As far,
It is
I mean,
beautiful.
That's also very French.
I was in Montreal, Quebec City in the dead of winter, and like the entire place was a block of ice. Like even
Yeah.
the ground, it was shocking how
My,
icy it was. I would love to go back in the spring.
My sophomore year of college, we went to a thing called Snow Jam.
Ooh,
And it was at it was in Montreal, and it was a bunch of different schools. And we took a fucking bus from
God.
DC to Montreal.
to
It was
Montreal.
fucking miserable. It
took
took
a
like
bus from
oh yeah,
DC to
it took
Canada?
like a
That's
full
like
day.
12
It was
hours.
insane. But we had so much
8
fucking
maybe?
fun. It was just like every night was like themed parties, and you could go to like the clubs because we were all like 19.
Right.
There was one night that was like animal themed, and we all wore like animal masks. It was a ton of fun. Then they
It's
had
really
one
fun.
big night like at the top of the mountain. And yeah, I mean, idyllic city. Like it's just like
Yeah.
out of a postcard. A
It's
place
beautiful.
Like that.
It's like
Yeah.
it really does. It looks
Yeah.
like a gingerbread
Completely.
house story. Like it's
It really is very nice.
crazy.
All right,
Okay.
All right. Enough about your guys'
Add
Canada
it, to,
trip.
add it to your list. Add it to
Ria's
your
gonna go to
list.
Canada in 2 weeks. Like she'll be like,
yeah, she's like, I'm buying a
Listen,
one-way ticket to
Matt,
Vegas.
Matt, listen. I'm really thinking we got to think about
And
the
he will
honeymoon
let-
and Canada
I
sounds
can
to be
hype
it.
him onto anything.
No,
like,
he would
oh,
be excited. If you got
anytime
excited,
I
he'd be
bring
excited.
up, like, we were actually talking about this. I'm sorry, this is just
You
turned into a
could've-
podcast
you
episode,
could've just
but
sold
we were talking about
Banff.
something last night. Oh my god! See, now I'm forgetting what it was. But oh, okay. So we ordered Chinese food.
Yeah, yum.
And we ordered sesame chicken comes with white rice, and we got fried rice on the
Yeah.
side because I like both white rice and fried rice.
Agreed,
He
same.
usually just eats the white rice. I noticed. So last night I was making our plates, and I said, do you want some fried rice? And he said, no, I'm okay. And I said, man, you just don't really love fried rice. And he said, you know what, give me some fried rice. And I said, you don't have to like everything I like. And he was like, no, it's not that. You just open my mind up to more things. And I said,
That's nice.
That's actually a nice way to put it. Because at first I was like, stop copying me.
Yeah.
like, you don't have to have the fried rice too.
Let me be my own person.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you
Just
don't-
because I'm having it doesn't mean
because
you
I'm
need
having
to.
fried rice doesn't mean you have to. And he was like, no, it's just like you teach me a lot about things. Like I didn't know I really like fried rice that much, but this tastes good. I'll have the fried rice. And
It's
I said, you know
lovely.
what? That is nice.
And that's a
So that's why I'm
relationship.
saying, like, if I brought up like, hey, Canada, he might be like, okay, Canada.
I mean, 100%. 100%.
I'm not going to Canada.
he would follow
the tickets
you
would be
to
booked by the end of the
moon,
day. If
so
you walked out of
let's
this
really-
room, if you
Like,
walked out of this room and were like,
that's not-
hey, listen, we're going to go to Canada, he'd be like, okay, sounds amazing.
No,
Like, you wouldn't even have to have a conversation
She
about
could
it.
literally name anywhere. He'd be like,
I
what,
can't
what
wait.
time are we leaving?
I would also follow him to the moon, but I'd have a couple questions.
Yes.
Sure, which is fair, which is a fair way to
No,
operate.
absolutely.
Both are
Fair way to
Yeah.
operate.
Okay, I'll go fast. I'm just gonna cut the stem of. I didn't mind the Cirque du Soleil date, but I'm just gonna not for me. I think that's seasickness waiting to seasickness, just motion sickness waiting
Yeah.
to happen.
Definitely.
Made me think of when you guys remember when Nick Viall and Vanessa did that date where they just
Oh my God.
threw up
In
the whole time.
Centrifuge, whatever
yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
that was.
Oh,
The
yeah.
anti-gravity like
another thing
chamber.
that would
Yeah.
make me puke up my guts. 100%.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then I will just give my rose to the language of French.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
You know?
Yes.
It was a
Isn't
big
it the
episode
most
for
romantic
French.
language?
Yeah.
Jesse
it
Palmer got
definitely
to
is.
use his French. Maria got to use her French. I feel like French was really at the forefront.
Very prominent.
It was the star. It was the star of the episode.
It was. What did you just say?
That's right. The great stuff. It's delicious.
Don't believe me? Ask the dishes.
Oh.
They could sing.
Oh,
they
we're just
could
singing in a
dance.
French accent.
Well, after all, this is
just
France.
Beauty and the Beast.
Ah.
Soup de jour, hot
Too long.
dogs.
It's been too long.
We only live to serve.
Yeah, do you know French?
Soup du jour. Escargot. Yeah, I think I know a little
Je t'aime.
French.
It's delicious.
like,
Don't
je
believe
t'aime.
me? Ask the
Je t'aime.
dishes.
Je t'aime.
Okay.
on
That
that
wraps
one.
it up
I'm
for
learning
Cutting
French.
Steps. Goodbye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
I
See
literally
ya.
made a flower pot in the Beauty and the Beast play in middle school.
No, not another play. I thought it was King Louis. You were
Well,
King Louis
was
and the
my
flower
star.
pot?
No, I wasn't.
Not at the same time,
I
obviously.
wasn't Mrs. Potts. I played
You were
a.
a flower pot. Okay. Okay. So then I'm
They
going to be real with
made
you.
a role for me because I couldn't. I was
keep
so
flower
bad.
pot off the. Keep
Flower
pushing King
pot.
Louis. King Louis is what we want to know about. Flower pot's not moving the needle.
Yep, they made a part for me because I was so bad. It was like I had a good I had a good voice in 4th grade, and then when I got to 5th grade, it went downhill. I didn't even have a good voice in 4th grade. They cast
like a
me
little kid
They
voice.
cast me as a manly. They cast me as the ape.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
played King
yeah.
Louis. I was a little 4th grade girl,
Yeah.
and they cast me as the ape.
Because you had it. Because you
Can
had the
you
biggest
believe that?
personality.
Yep,
You had the biggest
most talent.
personality,
Exactly.
and that's how it goes. I bet.
Honestly,
I bet Maria would have.
I
Other
know.
Maria would have been King
Honestly,
Louis
like
as well.
our early life plays really say a lot about the two of us.
What was yours?
Mine middle school play was Aladdin. I can't sing, so I was a narrator.
There you go.
Oh my god! But that's
Could
so
that
exciting.
be any
though.
more me
Yeah,
though? Like
so you,
my
yeah,
job was
that's
just
so
like
you.
after every act to walk onto the stage like in an outfit and just
explain.
like
Amazing.
explain, like move on to like the
That's
next
incredible.
chapter.
That's really, yeah.
I'm really
that's-
jealous
and
of
I'm
that
like,
role.
That fits
Yeah,
for like
that's
how
a great
life
role.
for
I'm
life
really
for me
jealous.
went.
I was always in the chorus, like always the bitch in the
No,
chorus.
it was like it was just three. I was
boring.
one of 3 narrators. So
Wow,
That's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really jealous of that.
I
really.
also played a Who in Seussical, but
That's
I got
so
lice
fun.
from the
oh, the
Mad
fucking
thing.
Damn.
That's
Disaster.
tough. That's
The
tough.
wig, yeah, I got lice. I probably gave it to a bunch of other kids too,
Probably,
but somebody
yeah.
gave it to me.
Who
That's
gave it
how
to
lice
you?
works.
Yeah.
Trent,
just
do
start
you
with
I
ever
won't say her
do
name,
any
but-
school plays?
I remember we
Troy
did
Bolton?
when we were in elementary school. The local high school was doing Wizard of Oz,
Ooh.
and I played one of the little
Munchkins?
Munchkins.
Oh, that's very fitting.
Yeah.
Cute.
How?
The fuck?
She's like, you were just probably
How?
a short chubby kid. Like, she's
Well, here's the thing though. Like Munchkin doesn't really fly. I think the Lollipop Guild guys, the Lollipop. That's Trent.
Yeah.
That's Trent, big time.
My
Damn.
mom actually sent me yesterday a picture of a
the
flyer.
Lollipop Guild are Munchkins, right?
I think they are, yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like specifically
The Lollipop
the
Guild.
Lollipop
Specifically
Guild.
likes candy. Yeah.
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 No, but they all were like tough guys. You know, they had the tough
Yeah,
guy
they did.
face.
Right, they did.
Oh, they
were
kind of did. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about.
My mom sent me a flyer of my elementary and middle school. They're doing High School Musical Junior this season. Their spring musicale is High
Wow.
School Musical Junior.
Shit.
And I said,
like High School
Are you gonna go back?
I said, they're looking for
Miss
a
Jarvis?
Kelly said that. I said, are they looking for a 26-year-old to play Miss Jarvis? And then my sister, who refuses to watch High School Musical, we're on FaceTime.
Yeah.
She goes, is Miss Jarvis the new teacher at the school?
Yeah.
I said, no,
you
you
idiot."
idiot.
Yeah. Uncultured.
Worry about your baby.
Yeah.
So you
Whatever.
don't fall for never watching
Is this
it.
still cutting stems?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, yes.
Cheers.
should
We're
finish.
just
having fun.
To be
All right,
completely
all right.
honest, not that bad. Like, we're probably around like 45 minutes.
Okay.
Could have been
We're
worse.
fine, yeah, 45.
We
We're
did that
good.
whole recap without me derailing.
Exactly.
Sorry, I wanted a little.
Well,
Listen, we're having fun with our friends. We're having fun with our
We
friends.
did make it through pretty much the whole episode.
We couldn't have a little banter at the end of this. All right.
She went back to the
Cheers.
well.
Goodbye.
Too
All
much.
right, goodbye,
Peace
everybody.
out. Peace.
See you next week.